The SRPG, or the TRPG I guess. I've played many and mastered none. I think they're okay, a little dark for the most of them, and the attempts to reinvent make most overcomplicated. And yes, before you all say it, Rabbids and Mario is not dark. I know. But it's normally a thing of some have good story and okay combat, some have great combat and a bad story, but most are kind of fitting into the middle. My name's Kanan, and this is Absolute Tactics, Daughters of Mercy. And let's find out where it fits. Engage. Well, frack me, it's an actual story. And although it won't win many prizes for being the best out there, it is, to my mind, told rather well. You see, you play Huxley and his dog, Max. And as the story goes, it's up to you to basically form a team and defend their home against a mysterious invading army. Gameplay. First things first, I'm now going to be calling the game Tactics, which I'm probably not going to be saying too many times, but I can't be asked to say the name over and over again as it's way too long. And back over to the game. The game really does have a feel more like a point and click meets a SRPG, but without any point and clicking. I know what I just said, and yeah, it does sound a bit crazy, but it's true. So I kind of get this from the fact that it looks and feels, along with the humour, it all kind of reminds me of the old school pointers. You know what? That was actually quite a nice feel. Apart from that, it was business as usual. You got your character who is teamed up with a dog, and the lady's voice that only you can hear. Yes, crazier people. And the voice is the only voiced voice in the actual game, which is actually cool, if not sounding, again, a little bit crazy. Then, as normal, you have your troops that you pick up as you go along. Turn-based combat is what you expect. Turn-based. Yeah, okay. You get your chance to move, then use your weapon alongside special abilities and skills and items that you carry on your person that everyone in the party can use. There are some good locations and the use of high and low levels and a pretty decent amount of decent varied locals. The creatures I felt was pretty varied, but after a while do become a little bit samey. But there are some neat ideas within these creatures as you actually go along in the game. And I bet you at this point in the video you're wondering how you can like and subscribe to this channel of wonder. Well, there's buttons down there if you look down. No, that's too far down. Yes, there they are. Click them both to be kept up to date with weekly reviews and sales and more. Bum ba dum bum bum bum. Ahem. I did, however, feel the combat was solid enough with enough variety to keep me interested, with the enemies being weaker to certain attacks and then some of your troops taking on different classes, so you have a good mix of close and ranged. Let's talk barracks, shall we? Between battles and the story, this is the place you end up to do a variety of things. Like, I hear you cry, buying and selling equipment, and then equipping it all, seeing your stats going up and grinning. Woohoo! The pharmacy is, well, pretty well much what you actually expect. You can get permanent buffs to your health and, the SP, which is basically what you use your special attacks on. Extra missions is used to gain more XP to level up your actual characters, and this can kind of get a bit grindy because sometimes you have to do these in order to do or to carry on the main missions if you're not high enough level. And then there's the class handbooks. Classic, eh? Not really. Upgraded to upgrade class or to dual class, etc, etc, giving you more diverse characters or a more pinpointed geared to one class. Go ahead and hit the like button. Tactics does have a lot to offer and to do in it. It's fun, funny at times, and tells a good enough story for me. It does, however, suffer from a little grind here and there, and that samey feel that if you're not into SRPGs, then, well, you'll probably be thinking, frack this, on some larger levels or after you've been defeated and have to start a level again. Tactics felt fresh to me and a little different from others I've played, and again, that can only be a good thing. Visuals and sound. I love the use of the voice in your head being the only voice you hear. Just a little thing that works really well. And that's why it was a bit of a shame that in some cutscenes or these bits where everyone's talking, there's no music. So it feels a little odd, and it's, every so often. And yeah, it just feels almost empty because obviously the characters aren't speaking, therefore there's just nothing happening apart from a click here and there. And again, it's a shame because the sound in everything else is pretty decent. But I am kind of hoping that this will be patched before release, or at least on day one. Graphically, though, I did enjoy its style. As I said, kind of reminded me of a point and click game, and I think that's what piqued my interest from the start. The good. Looks good to me. The voiced voice. Solid gameplay, again, for me. The bad. Silence in music at times. Just, I don't know, it just felt odd. A little grindy here and there. And it does get a bit samey here and there. The score. A great attempt at luring me back into the genre. Makes me long for a full point and click game with tactics type battling. I'm sure you can guess which one would fit this like so much. And it's not the Pirates of the Caribbean, but it does have pirates in it. Ho ho. 4 out of 5 is my own personal score for this one, and I'd recommend it for fans of the genre and even those wanting to get into the genre itself. At this point, if you're still with me and have enjoyed the review and want more reviews and sales videos on a weekly basis, then like and subscribe to my channel. And let's have a drum roll please for my alternative, Black Legends. This one had its problems when it came out. I like it and would hope that the problems have been patched by now. Although saying that, it does regularly go on sale for half its price, so there's a thought. But what are your thoughts on Absolute Tactics Daughters of Mercy? Or Tactics as I like to call it. And what would be your alternative to such a game? And for more, well, why not come continue the conversation in the Switchheads community Discord? Because life is better when we switch together.